أجمعين أما بعد. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for providing us the opportunity to come to His house. We ask the Almighty Allah to accept our ibadah and forgive our shortcomings. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the khair of this day and protect us from all types of evil. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. As we are talking about the importance of inculcating good actions into our life and removing bad actions from our life, obedience is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given commandment for a believer in this world, between him and Allah Azza wa Jal and between him and the rest of the people. That you are able to connect ties, you're able to connect relationship, you're able to connect with each other in many different ways. And this is why in many of the aspects Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam emphasized on this factor, that the relationship of a believer is based on the relationship that you have in this world. And if a person does not have a positive approach, he doesn't have a positive relationship with people on earth, then the relationship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with him is also not getting to what Allah Azza wa Jal wants. It's not good, it's not healthy, it's not strong. And one of the ways that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has given different commandments of different categories. Silatul Rahim is one of the very important factor of a believer's life, and that is connecting ties with people, with kinship, with individuals that are related to you. Often what happens, those who are the closest to us, they get the bad of us, or they get the worst of us. And those who are far from us, they get the best of us, right? Person, he sees someone, occasionally a friend or someone in the community members, and you're very nice and talk, very, very polite and very nice of, way of communicating and interaction. But on the flip side, the people that he interacts with on a daily basis, and these are his own immediate family members, they deserve the worst of his behavior. He's not the same with them. He's not the same person. And this is what makes a person not great in the sight of Allah, not the best in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if a person is able to start the best with those who are close to him, then of course the best of it will be for those who are also far from him. This is why on the Day of Judgment, Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam said that ar-Rahim, relationship, will get up on the Day of Judgment, will ask Allah and will plead to Allah, Silman wasalani waqta'man qata'ani. That, O Prophet of Allah, on this day, whoever was mindful of keeping relationship, keeping ties together in this world, and they tried really hard, then today you connect him with his good action and take him to Jannah. And whoever didn't care about it, whoever broke ties in this world, then, oh Allah, today you cut him off also. So the best of action is the one who connects people, who connects with people. And what is this? That it is our behavior towards others, not the expectations of other people's behavior toward us. Because what we think is, I will only be nice and kind to those who are nice to me. I will keep ties with those who are good, who have good relationship with me. But those who don't interact me in a good way, those who don't talk to me, then I have nothing to do with them. And people, because of this, people who are brothers, they're not talking for years. Because of this, those who are relatives, cousins, they're not talking for years. Why? Because the other person's behavior is not good and you're giving him the same. But the reality is, and this is where akhlaq and a good character of a person comes in, that he tries to do whatever he can despite the fact the other person is bad towards him. A companion came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said, Ya Rasulullah, inna li jaran. I have a neighbor, and I try my best to do nice and be nice to him and do good to him. But each time when I do something good in return, he does the worst to me. So what shall I do? Shall I disconnect from him? Shall I cut ties from him, not talk to him, build a big wall between him and me, between our homes? What shall I do? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, you continue to do what you're doing. And if he's behaving the way you're saying, then he is digging a pit of hell for him. He's making his place in the hellfire. That is his action. That is his responsibility. But from your side, just because the other person is bad doesn't justify the fact that I can become bad to him. Just because a person is using abusive language towards me doesn't give me the right to go in, because this is my tongue. I have to give accountability on the day of judgment. I have to answer to Allah Azza wa Jal. My angels are writing my actions. My words are being recorded. So no matter what the other person is doing to you, it is your responsibility to make the best so that Allah can be pleased with you. You're not doing it for the other person. You're doing it's like someone criticizing you for praying. Are you going to stop praying? Why not? Because this is your responsibility as an ibadah. So if someone is being rude to you, doesn't justify the fact that you can use or abuse your language towards that person or do something or cut ties. We have to do our part, and the response and the results of that or the outcome of that is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If the other person behaves in a good way, he is making his akhirah. But if the other person is behaving in a bad way, then he is ruining his akhirah. But why should I ruin my akhirah just because the other person has decided to ruin his or her akhirah? We ask the Almighty Allah to grant us the understanding and the ability to practice. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Subhanallahi wa bihamdi. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.